My name's Sarah Harker. I'm one of the directors at Farmgate Vets. We're a predominantly large animal farm practice covering Cumbria and Lancashire. We're here today to talk about the new Liver Fluke test that's been brought out by Norbrook. Liver Fluke, along with a lot of other parasites, can be a very frustrating disease to manage. It has a complex life cycle and it can be quite hard knowing exactly what time of year to treat and what with. So the new test kit that's out here, that's looking for antibodies in the blood. The advantage of it is that it can be done on farm, it can be done by the farmer, and you can get an answer within 10 minutes as to the level of fluke in your flock, and that can guide whether you need to treat or not. Today we're going to demonstrate exactly how to do the test. It's a little bit fiddly, but with practice it's easy enough that you can do it very much on farm by yourself. The box comes with 10 little tests in. They're designed to be used using all 10 across a batch so that you get an overall picture. Full set of instructions, the little lateral flow test, you open them just before you do the test. They need to be stored at room temperature as well, so 15 to 25 rather than too hot or too cold. So because it's based on a blood sample, there's little stylets in here to take a sample from the nose or the ear, a little cup that you collect the blood sample in. The blood sample gets mixed with the liquid that you spot onto the lateral flow test, and some more liquid that you add on to push it along so you can read it. And then the important bit, there's a colour change card that allows you to interpret the level of fluke that you've got in the group of sheep that you're testing. So what we do is take a little stylet from the box. Sometimes it's easier with a syringe needle, but you need to get a new one for each sheep. Wipe the nose with a tissue and then prick the nose with your needle or your stylet and get a little bead of blood, and then you collect that bead of blood into the cup that's in the kit. And the accuracy of the test does rely on consistency, so you do need to make sure that the cup is properly full each time and hasn't got any surplus around the outside, so that we've got the same size sample from each sheep. And then you put that little sample into the green topped pot out of the kit, give it a gentle shake, and then that's what you spot on your lateral flow test. So the little green bottles that have got your blood sample in, we put 1 drop into well A from each sample, and then we have 3 drops from the black bottle into well B, and this is the solution that pushes your test sample along the lateral flow. So our 10 minutes is up now. You can see on the lateral flow cassettes that we've got a colour change at line C. So that's the control line, that's showing that the test has worked. We've only got a very, very faint colour change. That one sort of a 1 or a 2 on the reference card. So a colour change of 0 or 1 on the cassette means that we're negative. If it's 2, it's inconclusive. But I would interpret it that if we're getting all inconclusives or negatives, it's unlikely that there's any significant burden of fluke at all in those sheep. The best group of stock to do the test on is this season's lambs, because any antibodies that they've got on board are from this year. If we get a positive on them, we know that it's definitely this season's fluke. The best use of the test is sequential testing every few weeks as you go through the peak fluke risk period, and you start to see when your lambs turn positive, they're indicating when the exposures come, when the fluke have emerged and when you need to start treating.